And hello everyone, welcome back for the ninth round of the championship. We are going into Mid Ohio, another road course, and yeah, the last race was in Pocono where we got second place, and Gunnar got his first win for the team. So yeah, but unfortunately I made some very stupid mistakes at the beginning, so that's why I couldn't fight for the victory with him. But today is a different day, and yeah, let's see how we'll do here. I'm a little bit worried because the race attendance doesn't seem to get any better towards the season. There are only three rounds left from this championship because it has 11 races, and the race attendance doesn't look very good today. But hopefully, at least few more drivers will join because only Kaya is on the server at the moment. And yeah, it is definitely not a good thing if we are talking about the attendance right now. There is still 12 minutes until qualifying, so hopefully more people will join, but yeah, not a good sign so far. And they didn't even publish the race. I mean, there were some reports from Season, but they didn't even publish or didn't even made the report decisions yet. So everything is a little bit disorganized right now for some reason. I don't know what is going on in this season, but yeah, unfortunately things doesn't look very good at all so far. I mean, right now. But yeah, until then, let's do a few laps on the track. So yeah, this is not the easiest, also not the hardest circuit in the world. Like there are some challenging turns, but the layout is pretty simple, I would say. We have raced here in a Factor Clip Season 6. It was, I think, the first fourth round of the championship, but on a different layout. I mean, not layout, but different version of this track in the game. Because the curves are a little bit different here than on the other one. Now the last sector, I mean, especially the last turn is very challenging and not easy to get it right all the time. The issue is that nobody has joined ever since, so yeah, I don't know if we will even have a race or not, because two drivers. I don't know what happened with this series, because I remember in the first 3 rounds we had average like 12 attendance, and ever since it has been on a massive downhill. So yeah, in Indianapolis I think we had like, I don't remember, 11 drivers, and then in Road Atlanta we had 9, and then in Iowa or stuff like that, 8 or 9 again. Only 5 in surfers, 6 last time out, and now only 2, 3. Like, what is happening in this season? Like, ORL is such a professional league. I mean, in a way that we always had a lot of drivers in the previous races, or like at least 10 or close to that. And I have no idea what is happening. And even at the start of the season, we had more than 10, like 12 on average in the first 2-3 rounds. But then after that, like, everyone has just quitted, or I don't know what is going on. But yeah, this is such a joke right now, how few drivers are. I mean, even the thing is that only I am here from the now Cupra squad, so yeah, they didn't even did the report decisions from the last race. Yeah, it's stuff like this, and these are add-on at some point, and I am very concerned about the future of this league after this season. And I have absolutely no idea why the player base has dropped massively over the last month or 2 months exactly, but yeah, this is not very good at all. I practiced for that, but I hated it so much so that I spectated the race, and afterwards I didn't have. I see. Jeepers. You wanted to do Milwaukee because, yeah. Why is the server restarting? That's a good question, but it doesn't really matter too much. That's crazy. Okay, so the question is, will we have a 3-driver race? Or it will not even happen because I'm a little bit too scared. Go to a track. I mean, okay. I mean, I can go to a track to see. I mean, do a few laps instead of yapping about the problems here. Okay, so even better, that looks like none of the admins are even here.
That was a 108.22.
Oh my god, I see a car on track, impossible.
That was a 107.62.
That was not a bad first sector, I think. That was actually a good lap on race fuel.
3.
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, I don't know what the decision will be from Bence. He says 5 minutes. We'll see. Okay, I can do one or two more laps until then. Okay, we met up off the track. Nah, come on, Dom. Okay, the pit lane entry is actually difficult to do. just in case if we need to. Okay. One second. Yeah. Okay. I am back. Hello, Bence. This will be the most fraudulent podium ever just by showing up. Yikes. Alright. Okay. Let's see if we can get Paul or not with basically one-on-one against Kaya. Because Dom is not even ready on the track. Jeepers. Okay, let's see. I'm praying more drivers will show up somehow at the warm-up. But let's see. I need this Qualy setup and let's go to the track. So we have 5 minutes to try and set the best lap time. Okay, it was not the best laps, but not the worst either. I'm trolling so much.
All right, that was a 106.45.
My middle sector was absolutely terrible.
All right, that was a 106.
Wow, I couldn't even improve. It was not a good lap overall. We are beating Kaya by 1/10 by the looks of it. But he still has one more lap to do. So let's see what he is doing. This turn was very bad from myself. And this one as well. I lost a lot in that two turns, but let's see. The final time. And he got us by 2/10, almost 3/10 in the end. On the last lap, I lost the pole with 3 drivers. Great. I definitely could have got that time or even a 105, but yeah, my luck was, it had a lot of mistakes actually. I mean, mainly that two turn was difficult, but yeah. Okay. The question is, should we wait for the warm-up or not? I personally, I don't think it's quite necessary. But yeah. Okay, so nothing has changed really. Wait. I need to get the race things. The question is, wait, I'm quickly going to calculate something because so how much fuel do I need to do? Because I think the usage was like 3.4 kind of. I think like I don't even need to use all 80, more like 70 is enough for fuel. So I think I'm going with that actually. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read the race briefing one more time to see how is it actually meant to be. I mean the race start. Form into double file before pit entry. There is the restart zone. Wait. Okay. I think we are ready. Kind of, hopefully, you know. Yes, actually 3 drivers. This is fucking insane. I don't even, how is it even possible? Actually 3 drivers remaining. At the start of the season we had like 10, 12 on average, but ever since the attendance has just dropped by every race basically. And but even in the previous race we had 6 drivers. I mean Cezanne and Gunay was here, so they are missing today. So yeah, but the thing is, actually, you could see a fight for the victory because we have the same pace, kind of, with Kaya. So maybe there will be some fights. But yeah, this is such a shame what happened here. Because at the start of the season, things looked much more promising, and just all of a sudden, everyone disappeared and no one is coming to the races, which is very sad to see. Because yeah, it was a very good league in the past 2 years. I have no idea what's changed, but let's see. I didn't even test out the race stint, so hopefully the tires can last 20 minutes, but shouldn't be an issue, I think. So at least, but we'll see. And hopefully I will don't I will don't. Oh my god. Hopefully I will not make any stupid mistakes or anything, and hoping for a clean fight between us if possible. Maybe even win the race if things go well. So yeah. Hopefully we don't have to restart it. I mean, how it would be even possible.
All right, that was a 2:11.56.
Okay, I don't know why he didn't start the race. I should have just overtook him. I almost overshot the first turn at the first opportunity. I mean second, whatever. Okay, let's get to the rhythm and we'll see.
14.33.
I'm losing, GG. Okay, there we go.
That was a 107.29.
One small mistake and we are leading.
That was a 107.58.
No, I get stuck on the curb. What am I doing? Oh my god.
That was a 109.14.
Oh, I have to do it again. It was an absolutely ridiculous lap. Where the hell am I going?
That was a 108.11.
Ajjaj. Okay.
All right, that was a 109.59.
I am so slow. That's not good. And I fucked up as well.
All right, that was a 108.57. All right, that was a 107.80.
Okay, let's box. I'm pitting this luck.
All right, that was a 110.57.
Okay, I fucked up even more. Absolutely great. He's still going, which is very interesting though.
That was a 107.23.
And I'm not even gaining, basically. Great.
That was a 107.73.
Yeah, okay, GG. I don't know how to go faster. Okay, I don't know what's happened. It should not be possible, but I take it, I mean.
All right, that was a 107.50. That was a 107.31.
Why is he not gaining on me? How is this even possible now? Okay, I will shut up and just focus on the task.
108.00.
Okay, he made a mistake. Nice.
That was a 107.73.
Wow. Okay, GG.
That was a 109.10.
Okay, let's finish this 3 more laps.
All right, that was a 109.98.
Okay, I think it has to be the last lap, this one. But no joke, I'm really starting to struggle a little bit now with the tires and stuff. Okay, race is over. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, I really don't know what the hell happened with Khan here. But I guess I just won the race. I mean, with 3 people. Great stuff. let's wait for Dom to finish it, but yeah. I mean, comparing the lap times, he was definitely much faster than me by pure pace. I had some really bad laps as well. But I don't really understand what happened at the pit stop. 111, 133. I see. Okay, so he had like a 6 second slower pit stop for some reason. So yeah, I knew I shouldn't be in front after the pit stop. So yeah, that was it. The most exciting race ever. I mean, it was not too bad in the end. The fight was a little bit alright. I mean, nothing too bad. Like we were close, but I was a little bit slower, so I had to remain close if possible. And then he got a slow pit stop, and I somehow undercut him. And then yeah, he just binned it behind me. I don't know. I'm not too sure about what happened. But yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know how the rest of the races will go. Oopsie. If we even run the last two races, because it is really pointless with so few drivers. This is not really fun for anyone, nor for us, and nor for the organizers. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I got my fourth win. In the end, David in the chat, you didn't know, but I have now 3 more wins in this season. From the first race in Mosport and from Iowa, and now from Mid-Ohio as well, but this one is with 0 effort. So I am not really proud of this or anything. I wasn't even the fastest. He just made mistakes in front of me or behind me as well. So yeah, it was not a bad race. Some small errors, but nothing too dramatic. But yeah, I mean, we can check. Okay, so the last time we checked the replays was, I don't even remember. You don't deserve to win. I mean, that's the thing. In theory, you were much faster than me, so I couldn't keep up at the first stint. Yes, you made a mistake, but I also was just slow and you passed me, and then I made another small error. And then I don't know what happened at the pit stop, because seems like you had a much slower one, so I shouldn't have been in front of you at the end, and then after that you made another mistake probably, and so on. So yeah, I wasn't the fastest, but in the end the last mistakes won the race, kind of. So yeah. Actually, I will not. You know what? Let's check out. It was a long time ago since I checked out the replays, because of the Formula 1 races were right after the oopsie. But now there is no F1 race. So yeah, let's see. I just need to restart it once again, and then. But why do you even have full tank? I mean, I think the strategy also didn't even make sense, because Why would you even use full tank when you can complete the race with, like, for example, 70 or 68, what I did? Doesn't really make sense to me, but yeah. Okay, this one, let's see. Oh yeah, and I also don't understand why didn't you even start the race here? Like, I could have just overtake you from the beginning, from this point already, but I just didn't want to. Yeah, it was definitely way too much fuel. I mean, it was comfortable to finish the race even with 70, and what I did. I think even less, like 65 or 70, something like that. And then, okay, which lap was it? Here. This is the first mistake where I passed you, and then 2 laps later, I was already behind. Because I braked absolutely way too early, I messed up turn 1. And then I braked too early, sent it in the inside, I stuck on the curb and I had a terrible exit, so I couldn't even fight back. I mean, I tried something, but it was not really on, and then after that, I just consistently lost a few tenths per lap. I was especially slow in the second sector. I don't know, I was doing it badly, I imagine. On average, I was a little bit better on sector C, but my second sector was very bad. The first was okay, but the main loss was in sector 2 for me. And yeah, I was within a second for most of the times until I made a small error. And then I dropped back to like 3 seconds. And then, yeah. I wanna check out what happened in the pits. I see, not the most optimal line ever. 5. Wait. Okay, so I think your stop was like 3-4 seconds slower because, yeah, I don't know how. I definitely shouldn't have been in front of you. And then I wanna see what happened afterwards. Yeah, the pit entry, I noticed you need to go more to the outside. We generally could have had a nice battle at the end, but it was just not meant to me. Okay, you did the exact same mistake in the last turn, wow. Just like earlier. And then what happened after? Okay, too aggressive on the inside curb and then, yeah, crash the car and DNF. Alright, I mean, yeah, these small mistakes definitely didn't help. I noticed even from my seat that you were struggling a little bit in the last last right turn. It was not easy to get it right. It was a little bit challenging, but yeah, and that's where the two mistakes come from. And then over pushed it at the third time. So yeah, well, thanks for the victory, free win. I mean, I didn't have to do anything. The thing is, I don't even know what will happen in this championship because of the less participants. 3 drivers is absolutely terrible. And I can imagine that they just cut off the whole thing after this because it definitely can happen, but we will see what happens. If we were able to run the last 2 events, Twinring, Motegi and Watkins, then I love this track so much, so it will be good to race there. I really like Watkins then. Motegi, I've never raced there personally, so we'll see. Until then, if we have a race next week, I will be there. If not, then the championship is over pretty much. But yeah, I don't know what will happen next week. But stay tuned and yeah, have a good time. See you everyone, bye.